Grid Wars is coming to an end. Through trial and error, each team fought to get to the finale event in the best standing they could. And what better way to finish it off than a dramatic Olympic event with an arc twist? Starting with a gauntlet of tech doors where only some were unlocked to allow passage, to a short but dastardly bit of parkour reminiscent of box breaking, our Monarch skills were tested, but not just their resolve, as teams pulled ahead and others invariably fell behind in evil and dastardly parkour courses to the finish. After the painful parkour, the contestants entered a downright evil underwater maze. And let me tell you, it wasn't great to watch either. Before hurtling themselves to the finish line, jump after jump to reach their final placings. But the Olympics isn't only one event. A pool of dolphins awaited our next contestants, where I myself stepped in as a stand-in for our fellow teammates who couldn't make it. We were tasked with swimming down and back through the invasive and hungry oversized fish to claim our victory. And, well, let me tell you as a contestant and the winner at the end of the day, that it wasn't as easy as it sounded. After the pools, next jungle decimated the other biome teams in a kangaroo sumo match. It was over as quickly as it began. All teams faced off in a finale of Dodo capture the flag to assert the final points and claim victory for the most crowns going in to the end of Grid Wars. After it was said and done, the Grid Wars were officially on. Crowns were spent across the varying teams, one by one, and Redwoods did something we never really expected.
You want to help Swamp here?
I think so. I think we should help Swamp.
That's
They kept the side of their deal.
Done.
So we should help them.
That was our last crown.
Things spiced up from there until eventually the tides somehow turned.
Yeah, so Swamp is one now, right?
so Swamp wins.
so.
Yeah, Swamp wins.
I'm back. What's
Yeah,
happening?
we just nuke it, jungle square, we win.
Yep.
We're winning?
That is
We're winning?
correct.
I
You
think we're
won.
actually winning.
Yeah, we won. We win.
Much to Swamp's surprise.
Dang,
Much
okay.
to everyone's surprise.
All right, listen. I think we need some swamps in everybody's chat. As much as I hate it.
Fucking swamp in the chat. Let's freaking
I'm pretty sure we
go.
have 26, jungle's 25.
What?
so
Okay,
is-
someone do the final count, please.
We should probably also, count the squares at some point.
Final count.
But unbeknownst to us victors, something was afoot. As you can see, I don't have a wall anymore. I don't really live here anymore, if I'm being completely and abundantly apparent. Your girl kind of doesn't live here anymore. We're in the slow process of moving literally everything that we own elsewhere. Because I don't know if all of y'all heard. Do you mind? I'm trying to do an intro. I don't know if y'all heard, but Swamp won the vote. Or won Grid Wars, not the vote. Swamp kinda won. Somehow. Some way. Swamp came out on top. If you've missed the last stream, we are now the kings and queens of the Monarks and Monarchy. baby. So I am slowly tearing everything down, and we're moving it to the 2 towers, if you will. The 2 towers. We're moving into the 2 towers. And that requires a lot of back and forth, which you get to join me for today. Sounds fun, right? And then we will be focusing primarily on breeding the Deinosuchus, feeding the Deinosuchus breeders, and then building up the walls so that the other builders can come in and then utilize the base structures how they see fit. But we are moving over to the towers, and all of us Monarchs are joining forces together against the naughty community members who just want to see us have a bad time. Why do you guys want to see us have such a bad time? I'm blaming all of you. All of you are mean, mean, mean. Why would you ever think that we deserve this? We have so much that we're carrying over. It's not even funny. You put that on yourself. Slowly, I tamed a spicy boy today. His name is Spicy Daddy. He has 64 points base into melee. So Spicy Daddy is gonna get his freak on with everybody. Welcome to the clusterfuck, the cluster dome. How did you get in here? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. Misty fixed it. Okay. There's a lot happening. This is a lot for me to take in, I'm gonna be honest. Do I have an Oviraptor over here to collect these eggs? Where did I put my Oviraptor? It's right here. You stay over encumbered, my guy. Yes, this grinder that's on. Hey. Echo? Set a 9-minute timer. 9 minutes starting now. So many indie forges. There are so many things happening. Yeller! Get on my shoulder, Yeller. You got shit to do, Yeller. You got stuff to do. A lot is happening. Are you picking up Denon eggs? Okay, you picked up a Denon egg. Is this Deinosuchus outside of the range? Hello, ma'am? Do you have an egg? Ma'am? Ma'am? Princess, I'm borrowing your saddle for a second. I'm so sorry. Ma'am? I need you to get all up into Spicy Daddy's gooch. I need you to get all up into Spicy Daddy's gooch. Mating. Why are you not breeding? Oh, you're a boy! I'm an idiot! You're the wrong one! I threw out the wrong cryopod and renamed it the wrong thing. This is what happens when I forget to pay attention to what cryopod I'm throwing. Throw out the second female breeder. No, you're a boy! What is happening? Where are all of my girls? What is happening? Oh my god, everything's cattywampus. Everything's cattywampus, chat. It's me, I'm the moron. Nope, give me those. Okay, while we wait for the cryo timer and to put out more things, we can hatch more eggs, we can grind some of the gear that I don't need. Listen, faceless, I don't want to fucking hear it. So we started the both long and short process of moving. There was definitely a bittersweet tone to taking apart our base that we had built up from day one to move over to a full Monarch base. But if we had any chance at beating the corrupted community members, we had to stand together and come together in one location. So brick by brick, piece by piece, we dismantled our bases, gathered all of our resources and items, and brought them to one tower in the swamp where we stand and fight. Each and every single one of us bringing all of the things that we had accumulated through our time working separately. It would now come to a point where all of our efforts would band together. This is what you came for! This is the content right here, flying a copious amount of metal across the map.
This is art. This is what you're
fun.
signing up for.
This is fun.
We're having fun right now.
We're having so much fun moving 15k metal all the way across the map. I'm gonna have to slow down because one of these birds is not gonna be able to keep up. And fly we did. From snow, jungle, lava island, and the redwoods, every inch of the map that we still could access, we went and gathered. We did our best to do what we could do in the short amount of time that we had, using all of our skills and resolve, but inevitably, the corruption spread. One of the jobs that we have taken up is breeding. So our primary job, arguably our primary job is raising and making sure that battle creatures get raised. I'm focusing on Deinosuchus, Arthropleura, and Aloes. It's fine, I don't want to talk about it. Actually, before I put the babies out, I want to do a meat run. I want to be safe, and I want to know that all the babies have food. Okay. This is the most suggestive. These two could have been placed. You may have noticed on the YouTube channel we're not doing lots of episodes this week. It's because I'm breaking them up. I'm not really breaking them up. What I'm doing is rolling them up, is what I meant to say. I'm rolling them up into one final, like, before D-Day episode. So it's going to be lots of grinding. It's going to be lots of vibing. There will be music playing. And I'll just be taking bits and pieces of the prep from the vids. So I hope y'all are prepared to start breeding, eating a bunch of things, and potentially building and grinding, because that's all we've got. That's all we've got. And that's exactly what I ended up doing. Between the Deinosuchus, the Allosauruses, the Eutyrannuses, the Carnotaurs, and the Arthropleuras, I bred so that we, the Monarchs, had an army at the end of the day. We knew that we couldn't face these community members alone, especially not just by ourselves. We had to rely on the tames that we gathered along the way. And of course, in the meantime, there was gathering. Lots and lots and lots of gathering. We, as the Monarchs, put forth as much time as we possibly could to gathering the resources that we still had available to us. At the end of the day, if we weren't prepared, we didn't have the craftables, we weren't going to stand a chance. It didn't matter how many strong dinosaurs we had. It didn't matter how many gigas. It didn't matter how many Karchars. We needed the resources. We needed the metal. We needed to erect mighty towers. So every moment that we had, and especially myself, I took an Anki and the RG combo, and we smacked rocks until I couldn't smack rocks anymore. And of course, in the meantime, we did have some fun. We ended up passing, you know, little gifts across the enemy lines, receiving you know, royal crown worthy gifts and tithes as we had some fun. But of course, the corrupted community members were just that, corrupted, and their corruption continued to spread, cutting us off almost from everything until, well, they did. We were left with a single grid trying to make things work for us. Trying to do what we can to make sure that we aren't overwhelmed. And, well, hopefully all of our hard work will pay off.